Hey guys, this is just a super quick commentary of how I did Saradomin. I'm going to keep it as short as possible and just break down everything that I'm doing in one quick swoop so you can just watch this video as many times as it takes for you to pick it up. Alright, the only difference about this being the first kill of the trip means that when we enter the room, it's actually going to be set up very conveniently for us. So we'll click that yellow tile. You'll probably want to mark it ahead of time. Next, we will run southeast, and we're going to put up Prey Melee. As soon as Starlight hits us, we go back to Prey Mage, click to run west, and then flick between the Ranger and Major. Next is understanding how to start every other kill. Essentially what you want to do is stand on that same yellow tile, and then as soon as the Ranger spawns, you want to wait one extra tick and then run southeast. It's a bit of a weird timing thing to get used to, but eventually you just kind of get it down after practice. It's important here that you aren't running the second the Ranger spawns, and you need to wait that extra tick, because that way the Ranger and Major will be one tick apart instead of two. This allows you to flick the minions and turn prayer off much easier, which in turns will just save you prayer and make for longer trips in the long run. Alright, the next thing to get down is just the middle of the kill, and this is actually not so bad. The best way to think about it is to think in a 5-tick cycle. You're going to perform one action every single tick, and if you can just stay in this sequence, you pretty much will not mess up. You'll have 0 damage kills. You could set a metronome that beats at, I believe it's 100 beats per minute. Is a great way to get yourself set in like the timing that you need to be clicking on. You'll click every single time it beeps. So as you can see here, I click range, click mage prey off, click Zilliana, click far away. And then I repeat that 5-tick cycle over and over. Now there is an alternative way to do it here that I will include a clip of, which includes range prey, mage prey, right click Zilliana, and then run away. This is also 5 clicks, but what you can see here is that we're not turning mage prey off, which means there's time where we could be saving on prayer and we're not taking advantage of that. I definitely did that for like my first 100 kills, and it was still, successful and usable. So if you find that you like that more, then feel free to use that. Something that you're probably going to struggle with in the beginning is when to use a potion when you're trying to keep your flick cycle going. What I like to do personally is, instead of turning off my mage prey in my typical 5-click cycle, I will leave mage prey on and instead drink a potion during that tick. So I basically just incorporate the potion into my 5-tick cycle. Of course, I'm leaving prayer on using a little bit more perp, but not the end of the world. You're just doing it for a hot second. The strategy I like to do at the end of kills is, when I get Zilliana really low on HP, I will actually get Starlight also to very low HP, just one hit from death usually, so that when I kill Zilliana, I can basically just bolt Starlight once, and then I only have to deal with 2 minions. This makes the time to kill minions like much more relaxed. You have probably time to respond to PMs or use Bones to Peaches or the altar or whatever. You also don't need a blowpipe then, because you have so much time to kill the minions, which is very nice. You do need to be very careful about this, because if you accidentally kill Starlight and then Zilliana's not low enough on health, you're going to find yourself needing to run around the room from only Zilliana, and Starlight will spawn again, and it's just going to mess up your room a little bit. You might end up taking a hit from Starlight, or you might end up losing cycle or whatever, so you definitely want to be careful of this, but overall I think it makes kills just so much more smooth and simpler, so I would highly recommend it. That's essentially it. I'll leave a link to the metronome down below in the description. It's super helpful. I would highly recommend that, especially if the timing is hard for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let's go! Yes, dude! Fuck yes! Oh my god! I'm out of here! I'm out of here!